8 Mile Creek is a small stream in central Idaho. It originates in the Salmon River Mountains and flows into the Yankee Fork. Historically, the stream provided quality habitat for Chinook salmon, steelhead, bull trout, cutthroat trout, and shorthead sculpin. The stream is important to many people, including the Shoshone-Bannock tribes. Joe Snap is the Yankee Fork project manager for the tribes.
8 Mile Creek's important because it's a smaller tributary and it allows our tribal fishermen and our tribal youth to fish in our traditional means through spear fishing, and it allows opportunities for families to connect and really allow younger tribal members to experience fishing in our traditional ways.
In the late 1800s, human activities began impacting the 8 Mile Creek area. Over the ensuing years, the effect of these activities significantly reduced the ability of the stream to support fish. One notable impact came from a reduction in the amount of trees in the stream channel. Hannah Swain is a fish technician with the Forest Service.
When a stream flows through an area with trees, some of these trees end up in the stream. This is what we refer to as large wood. In these streams, large wood is a critical element of fish habitat. Large wood does a lot of important things. For example, it creates pools which provide living spaces for fish. It also can help capture and retain organic matter, which ultimately will provide nutrients and energy for fish growth. Timber harvest, which probably began in this area in the late 1800s, removed a large number of trees from the lower section of 8 Mile Creek.
The loss of trees along the stream resulted in a substantial reduction in the amount of large wood in the lower section of 8 Mile Creek. And it is this loss that reduced the ability of the stream to support fish. In 1934, Emanuel Roadheffer, a biologist with the U.S. Bureau of Fisheries, conducted a survey of waters on the Challis National Forest. As part of this work, he evaluated 8 Mile Creek. Emanuel noted that conifer trees were scarce in one area and that pools were deficient in the lower mile of the stream. Emanuel was likely seeing the impacts of timber harvest that had caused a reduction in the amount of large wood in the stream. He recommended correcting this problem by placing trees and rocks in 8 Mile Creek. It appears his recommendation was never implemented. In 2019, 85 years after Emanuel had visited 8 Mile Creek, biologists from the Shoshone-Bannock tribes, Forest Service, and Trout Unlimited once again evaluated the stream. They determined that there had been a substantial reduction in large wood, and that reduction was impacting fish habitat. This included, as Emanuel had noted, a lack of pools. Andy Kohler is an aquatic biologist with the Shoshone-Bannock tribe.
Our initial impressions with the lower section of 8 Mile Creek were that the stream channel and adjacent floodplain lacked structural complexity. We saw very few mature, large, old-growth conifers in the riparian area, and the stream channel appeared to have very low levels of large wood. And this was largely a century-old legacy of demand for wood resources to heat cabins and run a local stamper mill in the late 19th and 20th century. We tested our assumptions by quantifying the amount of large wood in the stream channel of 8 Mile Creek and compared this to high-quality adjacent habitats that essentially served as reference conditions. What we found was that levels of large wood in 8 Mile Creek were approximately 30% of what you'd expect in healthy functional habitat in this area. The loss and lack of large wood in 8 Mile Creek has altered natural processes that create and maintain functional habitat and has diminished the capacity of 8 Mile Creek to support fish.
Today, National Forest managers recognize the importance of trees along streams and generally leave them in place. This shift in management has allowed a healthy forest to be reestablished along 8 Mile Creek. However, it would likely be several more decades before enough trees entered 8 Mile Creek to return large wood abundance to natural levels. In addition to the impacts caused by a loss of large wood, the 8 Mile Creek Road was also affecting fish habitat in the stream. This road provided important access to the 8 Mile Creek drainage. A segment of the road that was located immediately adjacent to the stream was negatively impacting the channel, floodplain, and riparian vegetation. The issues affecting fish habitat in 8 Mile Creek led to the formation of a partnership between the Forest Service, Shoshone-Bannock Tribes, Bonneville Power Administration, and Trout Unlimited. This partnership, which sought to restore the stream to a more natural condition, led to the development and implementation of the 8 Mile Creek Stream Restoration Project. Cassie Wood is a project manager for Trout Unlimited.
When we recognized the impact that the loss of large wood in the road were having on 8 Mile Creek, we designed and implemented a project that would address those issues. The first element of the project involved restoring large wood abundance to natural levels. This was done by adding whole trees or pieces of trees directly to the stream. Some trees were added to the stream using an excavator. Some trees were pulled directly into the stream using a grip hoist. Some trees were dropped into the stream using a chainsaw. And some trees were added to the stream using project personnel. The second element of the project involved eliminating the impact that the road was having on the stream, floodplain, and vegetation. We did this by first constructing a new road away from the stream. Next, we eliminated the existing road next to the stream and restored that area to a natural condition. This approach allowed us to maintain vehicle access to the upper portion of the 8 Mile Creek drainage, while eliminating the impact that the road was having on fish habitat.
After the project was implemented in 2020 and 2021, managers began an intensive post-project monitoring program. This has helped managers evaluate the effectiveness of the project and will help them develop restoration efforts in other areas. The monitoring has shown that the project is helping the stream to return to a more natural condition. This is improving fish habitat quality and increasing the ability of the stream to support fish.
My hope is that our efforts in 8 Mile Creek support healthy, functional habitat and leave a legacy for the future that's good for people and fish and wildlife.
We hope to use it as a research area to help us hone in on our restoration techniques, as well as a way to merge those with our nutrient enhancement techniques and our supplementation techniques.
I feel really good about this project. It's always takes a little bit of time for new construction to start to take on the resemblance of the natural environment, but I'm really happy with how it's performing.
This large-scale restoration effort has created lasting improvements to the watershed and the fish that depend on it. As a result, generations to come will benefit from the effort that has went into restoring 8 Mile Creek.